welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you what's on my iPad Pro and how I use it to run my photography business and basically my whole entire life. I completely ditched my MacBook Pro and I completely ditched my iMac just to work off of the iPad Pro because in my opinion it is so much faster than both of those. Now I don't have like a maxed out, you know, like a techie maxed out MacBook Pro and iMac, but the iPad Pro is super fast. I mean, I edit YouTube videos on it, I make my thumbnails, I edit photos in Lightroom and Photoshop and Affinity Photo. I'm gonna kind of take you through my workflow for YouTube and photography, and hopefully it helps you and helps you make a decision on whether or not you need an iPad Pro. Now, I will say that since I've gotten my iPad Pro, I have kind of talked my friends, like 4 of my friends, into buying them, but they have no regrets because it's really amazing. All right, so I'm gonna take you guys over to my screen and put the screen right here so you can kind of follow along. I'll leave the link to the exact one that I have in the description box down below. I have the iPad Pro 12.9. I believe I have the 512 gig. I got the bigger one because I need a lot of space because I need it to read my huge raw files from my 5D Mark IV camera, and I don't want to worry about running out of space ever. Now, if you don't know, with the new, I wouldn't really call it new because it's been out for like a year, but the new upgrade, the iPad OS, you can actually use an external hard drive for your iPad, so it makes storing files really easy. Personally, that's what made me give up my MacBook Pro and my iMac, because after they told us that you can use an external hard drive, there's literally no reason to carry around a MacBook Pro or sit at your desk and be chained to your desk editing photos whenever you could just be portable and have this lightweight iPad Pro. All right, I'm gonna take you guys on my actual iPad screen and we're gonna kind of go through what I have on my iPad and what I use it for. Okay, so as you can see on my screen, I'm pretty organized. I like to keep everything in folders. I only have 1 page for everything. You can't swipe. I like it that way. I don't want clutter. I don't want apps that I don't use and I will never use, and it just gives me anxiety. So I like to keep everything nice and neat. We'll start with the books. So I have Kindle, Playbooks, Books app, and the podcast, which the only 2 apps that I really use are Kindle and the podcast app. I listen to a podcast pretty much every day, usually while I'm driving, sometimes when I wake up early, and instead of reading my Kindle, I'll listen to a podcast so I can multitask. And then you go over to workouts. I have the Beachbody On Demand and the Peloton. Of course, you guys know I have a Peloton. I made a video about it. If you didn't see that video, I'll link it in the description box down below if you're thinking about buying one. I mean, quarantine is a pretty good time to buy a Peloton, I would think. Okay, let's get to the fun stuff. I kind of just breeze through that stuff because I'm not gonna insult your intelligence. You know what Kindle is. You know what Beachbody On Demand is. Let's get to video editing. Now, I will say, I do not use anything but LumaFusion. LumaFusion is such a powerful video editing app. I really don't feel like it gets the praise that it deserves. You can do anything from like create speed ramps to, now I'm not a professional videographer, okay, but I do edit all of my vlogs on LumaFusion and it was not hard to learn. You can even create your own LUT and import it in there. You can do handwritten text over your videos, which I'm gonna do a video on really soon because I just learned and it is awesome if you wanna add like a little bit of personalization to your videos. So let's open up LumaFusion. So here's LumaFusion. This is my last vlog, obviously. I do keep like my, what's it called? Royalty-free music in these folders that I'll play. For you to have royalty-free music in your videos so you don't have a copyright lawsuit. Super important. So where I find all my music is Epidemic Sound. I've been using them forever and I love them so much. They're always uploading new royalty-free music, so if you need any for your videos, which you do. There's other ways to get royalty-free music, but this just makes it super easy. It's $15 a month. I'll leave a link for Epidemic Sound in the description box down below so you can get some for your videos if you want. But I'm not gonna go into like a whole LumaFusion video. If you guys want one, I would be more than happy to show you how I edit my vlogs, how I get the iPad screen on here so you can see what I'm seeing on my screen, all of that good stuff. I would be more than happy to show you. So as far as video editing, I never use iMovie. I don't really like it. I just think you have more flexibility in LumaFusion. All right, so let's talk about YouTube. YouTube has a lot of apps. We're gonna open up my YouTube folder. I have YouTube Kids for my kid, okay? And then I have YouTube Studio. If you open up YouTube Studio, you can see all your videos. Here are all the past videos that I decided to take down because they have nothing to do with what I want to talk about. And you can see like your dashboard, your analytics. You can, let's see. You can go through your videos and edit your description down here if you want to change all this stuff. You can also change your thumbnail, which is cool. So this is a really, really good app to have if you are a YouTuber. And of course I have regular old YouTube. And mostly my suggested videos are for children because Ava. Then I have YouTube Music, which is kind of like Spotify. I really love YouTube Music. Then I have TubeBuddy. I'm not signed in on my iPad because I think it's better on the phone, but it helps you to search for hashtags that are being used a lot so you can, you know, promote your videos better. Now let's go into photo editing. This is my favorite folder, obviously. So we have Canva, which I use a lot. You can use Canva to create pretty much anything from Instagram posts to YouTube thumbnails, you name it, they have it. Love it. I use the Fonto app for text on my YouTube thumbnails sometimes, but I've been using Procreate a lot lately and I love it a lot more. Then we have Affinity Photo, which is kind of like Photoshop, but honestly, in my opinion, it's better. At least on the iPad, it's better. I'll open it up to let you see what it looks like. You can do so much stuff in Affinity Photo. Again, if you want a video on it, I would be more than happy to make one, but this is not an Affinity Photo video. Then we have Photoshop for the iPad. Now they said that it is a full version of Photoshop, which it kind of is, but the only thing that you can't do is upload action sets, which kind of doesn't make it a full version of Photoshop, but it's not bad and it has all of the basic features that you would need. And of course, here's another picture of my beautiful baby. But yeah, you can definitely do everything that you need to do. All right, now let's go into the Lightroom app. This is probably the app that I use the most out of any other app. You can store all your presets over here. You can edit your light and color, adjust your brightness, contrast, pretty much anything. I use Lightroom to edit 99% of my pictures, only if there's something a little bit more challenging, like if I have to remove people in the background, which you can still do in Lightroom. I just prefer to do that in Affinity Photo. But I use Lightroom for pretty much all of my photography work. It makes things so much easier, and I do use presets. I just edit them and tweak them to how I like them. I'm a big fan of Maston. See, I tried the small presets. Not a fan, not gonna lie. Not my style. Doesn't mean they're not good presets, they're just not my style. But I'm more of a Maston girl. Those are my favorite ones to use. So you can see I had a picture of my dog up here, and then you can even edit cell phone photos in Lightroom. You can just download it on your phone and keep your presets there. If you want access to everything Lightroom Mobile has to offer, definitely pay for it. Even if you have the mobile version, you'll have so many more options. So it's only $9.99 a month. It's totally worth it. I promise you, I use it every day. Cell phone photos, DSLR photos. I use it every day. It's the best app ever. So next I have Pass Classic. So Pass is the gallery delivery service that I use. Nothing too exciting. So then we have PicMonkey. I don't really use PicMonkey all that often, but you totally can. to make thumbnails. I just prefer to use Procreate a lot lately. I also have my Canon Connect app. I use that whenever I'm using my big 5D Mark IV to film or record a video, and I use my iPad as a monitor so I can see myself and make sure I'm always in focus. Love that. And also when I do self-portraits, I use the Canon Connect app. So drawing desk, I don't remember even what this is, honestly. I'm assuming it's just to draw. I probably downloaded this for my daughter. She likes to draw on the iPad. So, all right, next is probably my favorite app. It's called Procreate. So I'm gonna open it up and show you guys a picture that I made in Procreate. So I took this photo for the Third Love Bra post for Instagram, and then I just stamped it with flowers in the background. It's just an example of what you can do, but you can also make your own like custom thumbnails for YouTube. You can do Instagram posts, pretty much anything you want. It's just another way to be super creative and make yourself stand out. I plan on doing some Procreate videos, but I want to play with it a little bit more and get a little more familiar with it before I try to teach other people how to use it. But another cool thing is you can create GIFs. GIFs? Is it GIFs or GIFs? I don't know. But you can create, I'm gonna call it GIFs because that's what I call it. You can create GIFs and put them in your Instagram stories and overlay it over a photo, and it makes everything look so cute. I think I'm gonna make a video on that because I've done that a few times and it's really, really cute. Then I have Sketchbook. This is my daughter's artwork. Isn't it beautiful? But you can use Sketchbook for a lot of things. Actually, this is actually the app that I use to draw handwritten text over my videos. And then you of course have photos and your camera. I don't know if anyone uses their camera on their iPad. I know I sure don't. But I guess you could, and it does have a camera. So if that's all you have, that's all you have. Then for note-taking, have GoodNotes, Notepad Plus, and regular old notes that comes with the iPad. But I like the Notepad Plus a lot. I usually use that app to take notes about YouTube and what I want to film, how I kind of want my thumbnail to be, just to kind of brainstorm. So for entertainment, we have Prime Video, Hulu, Netflix, and Spotify. And then of course, social media, Instagram, Facebook, Gmail, Facebook page for my photography page because I have to keep that on both of my devices. I have no choice. Then I have Pinterest, Messenger, and Etsy. I am on Etsy way too much since I got this iPad because I love buying stamps for Procreate. I'm telling you, it's my newest obsession. I'm not mad at it though. Then I have groceries. I do use all of these, but I use the Walmart one the most probably. And then this is just like random productivity stuff that I honestly never use. Now that's about it for what's on my iPad. But I do want to say, if you plan on buying an iPad Pro, I recommend getting it with the Apple Pencil. I know it can hurt buying a $130 pencil after you just spent $1,400 on an iPad, and I cannot imagine using this iPad Pro without the Apple Pencil. Now, whether or not you get the 12.9 inch or the 11 inch is totally up to you. You do whatever fits your lifestyle. I just like the bigger screen, and the 12.9 suited me perfectly. If you're wondering if the iPad is capable of running your business and photo editing and video editing and doing it all flawlessly, I'm telling you, it is totally, totally capable of it. It's worth the investment, and you'll save so much money not buying a MacBook Pro or an iMac, which can run you maybe $1,000 more if you get a really powerful one, but it's totally worth it for me, and I could not be happier. That is actually the 2018 12.9 inch, but maybe save yourself some money and don't get the 2020, but get the 2018 iPad Pro. It's amazing. It's been really, really good to me. I've been using it for over a year now, and I am super happy with it. If this video helped you decide whether or not to get an iPad Pro, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next vlog. Bye.